What's going on, everybody? I go by the name of Curry, and I want to thank you guys for joining me here today on SneakerPhetish. Guys, listen, I've been super excited about this one that we're going to talk about for a long time. From the moments that I saw the first images of it, to the time that I missed the delivery with FedEx, to getting it in my hand today. This sneaker, a late entry for the Sneaker of the Year category. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. All right, guys, today we are talking about Maniere. Not only that, but we're also talking about owner of Maniere and of the Whitaker Group, James Whitner. Now, directly from their website, Maniere, translated as My Way in French, embodies the idea that individuals are influenced by their culture. The Maniere retail experience offers new trends and styles from the most coveted brands in luxury streetwear and footwear. We represent quality, exclusivity, and the capacity to express honesty through brand integrity. Now, I'll get into the story a little bit more about the brands that James Whitner is behind and kind of his backstory after we take a look at the shoe, because I'm really excited for you guys to see it, and it'll make a lot more sense when you guys see it. But for now, let's take a look at the box. Now, starting off here, plain black Nike box, but when you flip it on its side, the first thing that you see here is Maniere. You have Moto Mio, you have Maniere, you have Mi Maniere. You have Maniere, or My Way, basically translated into whatever the local dialect is globally. Personally, I think that this is Maniere's way, that they're trying to institute this My Way mentality all over the world. On the other side of the box here, hand wash cold. That is the name of the collection that we are talking about here. Air Force One hand wash cold collection. Now, what exactly does hand wash cold mean? Well, if you've ever owned a luxury good, something of a silk or satin or suede nature, something like that, a lot of times the care instructions will tell you either to dry clean or to hand wash it cold. The cold water prevents colors from bleeding or from fading, and you have to hand wash it so it doesn't get messed up by agitators and washing machines or things of that nature. The finest and most delicate pieces of clothing and apparel have to be hand washed in cold water. And when you guys see the materials on the sneaker we are talking about today, it's gonna make a lot of sense. Boom. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Maniere hand wash cold Air Force One High. Y'all don't even understand. I'm so in love with this sneaker. This sneaker, just before we even get into the details of the sneaker here, because there's a lot of them here, I just really want to commend James Whitner and the Nike team, the design team, and the Maniere team for really knocking this one out of the park. This sneaker is giving me bespoke vibes. If you guys know what bespoke is, it's a customizable sneaker experience that you can do with many different sneaker companies, where they only offer the finest materials and they put them together, all different fine materials, but the sneakers are like $1,000 each. They're really, really expensive because of the kind of materials you're dealing with. I'll be honest, we got a bespoke sneaker here for $180 for the high version and $170 for the low version. It doesn't get any better than that. All right, starting with the upper of the sneaker here, the first thing that you guys are gonna notice is that there are multiple layers of fabrics on this sneaker. Normally on an Air Force One, you guys can see there's really just one layer of material here. It's pretty basic, it's not textured, and there's not multiple layers here. You just see kind of the one line going around. However, on the Maniere Air Force One, you can see there are multiple layers of materials here. The leather, you have the suede here, the nubuck, and then you also have the 3M wrapping around as well. So there's like 3 different layers of materials here. It's a heavy sneaker. It really does have some weight to it, and I like that. It feels solid, it feels quality. All right, starting on the back panel of the sneaker here, on the lateral and medial side, the sneaker is identical. You start off with this beautifully stitched leather here, really, really nice. You guys see it's kind of that raw leather here, so it kind of comes off, it kind of flakes off. Really, really nice. Now, moving to the quarter panel of the sneaker here, underneath the pony hair swoosh. Well, first let's talk about the pony hair swoosh. Pony hair swoosh on both the lateral and medial side of the sneaker here. Very, very nice, smooth pony hair. Now, underneath the pony hair swoosh here, you get this really smooth nubuck material. Again, lateral and medial side, really nice nubuck right in the quarter panels. Now, moving down to the front of the shoe here, you get this really premium pebbled leather that's wrapping around the mud guards of the shoes as well, all around the toe box. Very, very nice. Now, separating the panels of the shoe, and then of course, underneath the pebbled leather, separating the pebbled leather from the smooth nubuck on the toe box is 3M material, iridescent 3M material. We are definitely going to take a look at that as well. On the toe box of the shoe, as I mentioned, very, very smooth nubuck, really, really nice. You can't beat that material. Beautiful hardware on the sneaker as well. Down here, this beautiful iridescent the Maniere logo right here at the bottom. Now, that is made to match the lace lock, which is also iridescent, and the lace tips on the laces, which is also iridescent metal lace tips as well. Now we worked our way down the sneaker. Let's work our way back up the sneaker now, starting with the satin. Yes, I said the satin material. That is where the laces are all along the eyelets of the shoe. Satin and suede and nubuck and leather all in one sneaker. Now on the high strap of the sneaker, again, black satin strap for the Air Force One High. Beautifully done with that iridescent tip on the Velcro strap. And then you also have the iridescent buckle that locks the strap in as well. I'm gonna show you guys as much of the tongue as I can. You do have the Nike Air tongue, but again, you have it in those premium leather materials as well. Now let's get down to the midsole. Yes, that is a gray suede midsole, a suede midsole on an Air Force One. And that's complemented by this darker gray outsole on the sneaker as well. Regular rubber outsole, but really, really nice color. Now, these sneakers were also individually numbered as well. They were limited to 5,914 pairs. My pair was number 1,263. So as if the sneaker wasn't premium enough, then they also added that little touch of exclusivity onto the sneaker as well. Chef's kiss. Now let's cut the lights off for a minute, hit it with a little bit of 3M action. Boom. And there it is. There's the 3M action on the Maniere Air Force One. So as you guys can see, it's all piped throughout the entire sneaker, both on the lateral and medial side. It's even piped down the back right underneath the A for the Maniere logo on the heel there. Look at the medial side of the sneaker as well. You can see very, very beautifully done. And then even wrapping around the toe box of the sneaker as well, the 3M is just beautifully piped all throughout the sneaker. Not too much, just enough. Very, very well done. Very, very nice. Now, I also want to talk a little bit about the man behind not only the sneaker design, but also the brand for Maniere, James Whitner, if you're not familiar with who he is. Long story short, James Whitner came up from the streets. He was originally from Whitaker Projects in Pennsylvania. He kind of came up in the street, kind of had a rough life growing up, but always knew that he was a little bit different. He knew that he was into school, he was into studying. He wasn't always into all the same things in the streets, but because of his environment and because of the peer pressure that was around him, a lot of the circumstances that surrounded him, he fell into that street life. And he wasn't exempt from the risks and consequences from that street life as well. He ended up getting shot and he ended up going to jail. However, during his stay in jail, that's when he started cooking up an idea for a clothing store that he wanted to start. And he actually started writing up his business plan while still incarcerated. That business plan turned into his first store, which was called Flavor Factory. Now, Flavor Factory started taking off, and once he was able to start traveling and getting his passport, he saw that the world was very, very large when it came to fashion, design, and sneakers. When he came back home, he had a new idea for a jean design that he wanted to do, a denim design, but he wanted to use Japanese denim after seeing how popular the material was overseas. So he started up a small denim line that was called Social Status, and from there it grew into its own store. Now Social Status is a boutique with multiple locations around the country as well. Now James Whitner is the owner and proprietor of many different brands, not just Maniere, but it also starts with Prosper. Now Prosper is a brand in and of itself that has its own Jersey City, New Jersey roots, and they sell t-shirts, hoodies, things of that nature, primarily just through Prosper. Now that's for the kids that may not have the money to get the designer stuff or the name brand stuff, but want to have something local and something that's rooted in the community. James Whitner is all about community. So much so that Jordan Brand actually gifted him with a rare one-of-one version of Wings Jordan 4s, along with a plaque commemorating him and thanking him for his contributions to his communities. Now, moving on from Prosper, he also owns APB. Now, if you're not familiar with APB, that's a store that carries certain brands like Rocket, Rock Nation, Rock Since 96, things of that nature. It's name brands, but it's name brands that are on the cheaper side, more urban. Then when you step up from APB, maybe you start getting a little bit more money, then you step into Social Status. Social Status offers a little higher tier of name brands. They start getting more exclusive sneaker drops, things of that nature. And then the top tier of the Whitaker Group's endeavors is Maniere. Now, Maniere, of course, having a French name, sounds a lot more regal, a lot more upscale, and as such, they carry the top-notch, most expensive brands in fashion and streetwear. At Maniere, they offer brands like Off-White, Maison Margiela, Billionaire Boys Club, things of that nature, in addition to all of the regular sneaker drops as well. So James Whitner honestly has created a retail ecosystem that has literally something for anybody, regardless of who you are or how much money you got in your pocket. And the best part about it, he got it out the mud. Now, Maniere actually is not done with just being a boutique for clothing and sneakers. They've actually transitioned into Maniere Eats, which is actually a fine dining restaurant that he has in certain locations. He also has Maniere Living, which actually is an inhabitable apartment or hotel that is on the top floor of where his boutique is. Again, only in certain locations. And he's also offering Maniere Living, which includes certain homewares like plates and robes and towels and things of that nature. He is really out here to get it all. However, everything that James Whitner does is done methodically and done painstakingly with a huge attention to detail, and these sneakers are really the culmination of how his mind works. I recently drove a few hours down to Atlanta to hear James Whitner speak at the grand opening of the Be Social space, which is right next door to the Maniere boutique in Atlanta down in West Midtown. He was there with a lot of different people from Jordan Brand and from Nike. They had a really dope discussion about a lot of things in sneakers. I had to go down to Atlanta to go hear this man speak and talk to him one-on-one, even if it's just for a moment, because that's how inspiring he was. And I always make it a goal of mine to shake the hands and to have a word with the people that really inspire me out here, that are really making it happen. James Whitner is definitely one of those people that I look up to for what he's doing, for what he's building, and for everyone's lives that he's touching and inspiring at the same time as well. So these sneakers are special. If you guys want to see some on-foot looks of the shoe, be sure to log on to Instagram. Be sure to follow me at SneakerPhetish. I'll probably have some on-foot shots on there. I'll try to make them look as dope as possible. But that's pretty much all I got to say about these. Now it's time for you guys to sound off down in the comments and let me know what you guys think about the Maniere Air Force One hand wash cold. Are these ones that you guys put into your collection? Were you able to get yourself a pair? I know they sold out pretty quickly. Hopefully you guys were able to get your hands on a pair if you wanted them. And of course, while you're down in the comments, make sure that you click on that subscribe button so we can welcome you into the Sneaker Fetish family, to make sure you don't miss out on any more heat that comes through like these, because I guarantee you, I got a lot more heat on the way. As always, I want to thank you guys for joining me here today on Sneaker Fetish, taking a look at these with me, unboxing them with me for a couple of minutes. I go by the name of Kari. This is the Maniere Air Force One High for the Hand Wash Cold collection. And until next time, I'm out.